Yes, indeed, feel the joy. Welcome this joy. Many of you have been so serious. And it is understood. We are aspects of you. Everyone who is present now has these aspects present with you. Your multi-dimensional, inner-dimensional counterparts. This is the blending at this timing. Now, we do understand that this may seem, for some of you, not all of you, for some of you, this may seem like a bit of a stretch. You have been structuring your lives in a way that makes sense, that makes you feel grounded in your purpose and the world that you were given and the world that you were told you would find a place within and you would earn your way. This is a reality that is not whole. It is a fragmented representation, an extension, an external reality based on how you are perceiving, how you frame your reality. When you begin to expand and blend into more aspects of you, your world, your external reality will shift as well. For some of you, this has been a gradual experience. Over time, it would appear. For some of you, perhaps it has been, let us say, since your 2012 marker, that things began to change, to shift. At the very least, you would notice that your external reality is rapidly changing. Where did those markers go? What was once so real and so true, where did they go? And where are they going? It is because you are changing that your world is drastically changing. We know who you are. You are an aspect of us. And we are here to remind you, reorient you to the truth of your being, to the sound of your being. You have adapted to a very small bandwidth viewpoint. And not only that, many of humans began to police other humans to stay in this bandwidth. And some of you here have experienced great fear in this life and other lifetimes, in other points of reference, you have been punished or tortured or killed for going outside of those lines. Some of you hold back to this day from the deeply embedded memories of being punished for following inspiration, for following your truth, for being larger than the life you were supposed to fit inside of. We want to acknowledge each and every one of you for your courage to be here now. For this is the fulfillment. This is the coming together of all of the pieces of you, if you choose. And this is done through love. This is done through surrender. This is done through forgiveness of self. Many of you have been preparing for this time consciously. Some of you are here and feel that this is new information. All are welcome. And all perspectives are true and real and accurate for you. We gather in this way to demonstrate that there is more. And this more is embodied through you, through your choice, your conscious choice. And it flows through you into this reality. It is very simple. It is your passion. Find that frequency of passion once again. This is the thread that leads you back to the home frequency. Understand that you have been told repeatedly through your conditioning that you must follow this other set of rules. And you must stay in line with them. The truth about who you are and about all beings, about First Father and First Mother, and about the creation of all of this information is within you. Now we understand that some of you will feel that this is a bit too esoteric. Some of you will also pull the file of hearing those phrases hundreds of times in your life and saying, yes, that's true. We want to speak to both examples here. Do not relate to this information from your mental filing cabinets. And we encourage you not to relate to this wisdom, this knowing information, in relation to anything that you have been given before in your past. Relate to this wisdom in the present moment, in the presence. This is where it is made known to you and where it expands and informs. We feel that some of you are nodding in this moment, perhaps smiling a bit. We are here to validate all of you, every single one of you. Whether you have manifested an interest in light language or light healing, or the mysteries of the ancients, or the mysteries of extraterrestrials, the mysteries of humanity. All of you have your passion. All of you have a thread that if you pull on this thread of what you are passionate about, we promise you that it will lead you to further understanding. Further information activates within you. But at this timing, we are grateful for the opportunity to be translated into these words to inform you, to locate this love, what love is to you, what passion, grace, joy. Find those frequency identifiers in your form. Even if it is simply your favorite flower, that every time you think of it or see it or smell it, it uplifts you and brings you joy. Even if it is a symbol of that nature. Do remember that this is your connection to the truth. No matter what is occurring on the external stage. Some of you have experienced a more profound, direct connection to love. And you are actively remembering and re-embodying this love, this divine love once again. This is your natural state. Every single one of you may experience an interruption. No matter how you perceive yourselves inside the layers of knowing and experience, even if you have been an experiencer of these states beyond consensus, or what has been termed normal, you may be challenged as well. This is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. For you all have the capacity to transmute this suggestion of evil, a suggestion of pain and suffering. You have been remembering what is actual, what is true, versus what comes through the pipelines of information from the external world. We invite you to ask yourselves, if you do feel aligned and resonant with external world data, ask yourselves, what part of you is attracted to it? Is it the aspect of you that is full of joy, that smiles and laughs and loves your neighbor, no matter the color of their skin or their gender identity, their socioeconomic status, religions, cultures, nationalities? It is love. It is love that leads the way. It is love that resonates with love. Love expands. Love opens the way. Love is inclusive with all. If you find yourself attracted to data that is not of this frequency of love, it is very important that you go within and you ask and pray for help in understanding which direction is love, and please show me. Show me that way forward in love. I choose love. Things will begin to make more sense to you as you step forward and trust, even though you do not have the booklet or the pamphlet that tells you exactly what to expect. This is because you are no longer linked to the expectations of the external world, but you are releasing that and remembering and restoring and reorienting to the music that informs. And once you begin to surrender to this, you will more than likely be smiling much of the time because you are remembering how powerful you are and that you came here with these codes that your sun is unlocking now. If you feel disoriented, if you feel afraid, do not judge yourself. Be very, very careful. Be very, very aware of the self-judgment. Let go of the masks. Let go of the identities. We know that many of you here are teachers and guides for others. Do not get trapped in that identity. You are a traveler as well. Every single one of you came here with gifts that are unlocking now, if you choose. This will not just happen to you as you're paying attention and giving your energy and attention to the world and the way it was structured before. The old sun versus the new sun that you are entering into. You are leaving the laws that were formed for you to remain in compliance with the intentions of those who many thought that they were helping you because you are not as smart as they are. But that is false. There was a game created, and those who followed the rules of this game that was given to you would more than likely be rewarded. This does not include love, this game. Your power now is to embody this and remind them, just by being this love, remind them who you really are. Trust that you will know what you need to know when you need to know it. And we ask that you trust us, these aspects of you, your higher self, your oversoul, if you will. We may be speaking through this individual, and we are an aspect of her oversoul. We are connected and conscious now through her, and we speak to your oversoul, higher self, to begin to nudge you, whether you are just awakening or you have been on this path for many, many years. Some of you need to be nudged a bit to say, good job in the old system, but everything is different now, and you must adapt to it too. It does not mean it has to take a long, long time. In fact, it will move very quickly now. So when you are given information from your external world, be very aware of how you respond to it. Does it pertain to you? Is it relevant to you in this moment? Trust that there are others on the planet who are responding through pure inspiration and passion to any situation that calls out for help. And trust that you will get the call within you when it is of your frequency and your passion to respond. You do not need to know how to answer every question from every individual. That is not up to you. There are many of you here. Many of you. Trust in each other as you rise into your power. Acknowledge each other, help each other. Things will be changing very fast now. Trust that if you do feel fear, that you can quickly correct this. You can quickly shift from fear to love simply by asking for that correction to occur. If you do forget who you are momentarily, all is forgiven. And it is a matter of forgiving yourself more than anything. and stepping into the next present moment doorway. Reporting in to be of service now. Some of you are gathering your tools and your skills. Some of you have been working with them for years, perhaps, maybe months. The timing does not matter. Your experience, your reason for being here, we will say there are no mistakes. You all come here with gifts to unlock, to be of service in this time. Landscapes will be changing. This is in reference to your inner landscapes of consciousness, and it is also mirrored in the external reality. Mother Earth will be changing and is changing. Trust her. It is important that you support her and the shifts and changes that she undergoes now. Even if one of your relatives or loved ones moves with her in these changes, it is not necessarily a tragedy. It is what happens in these times. You are all transforming into new landscapes. When you feel confusion, trust that that is also part of the process. You do not have to understand everything with your linear mind. This is what is changing. Trust that there is no death. There is only transformation. And many of you will have this smile on your face through the entire thing. The entire journey. Because this is why you are here. And some of you have known this, and some of you have said this out loud in your declarations and your prayers. You have known that it is true. But the distance has been too great between what you know and what you were told. You still have family members and relatives, co-workers, that perhaps view you as crazy. Celebrate your craziness. For everything is upside down until it is moved right side up again within you. Then you begin living from this new foundation of wholeness, where you realize that you have had large aspects of who you are and how you were designed, large pieces of you that have not been online. And these pieces will come back bit by bit. Trust the process. Trust that you are not alone. Never are you alone. And you are being called home to the home frequency. And you do not have to lose your physical form to make this journey home. Some will, many will, in these times, and already have. There is not one better than the other. It is completely neutral, how each soul chooses to transcend. And this will occur through what may initially feel like interruptions in your life. Understand, it is only interrupting that which is not based in love. The mother is correcting this now within you and in all of the natural world. We have used many metaphors in the past, and there are always many more metaphors. That too is temporary until it clicks inside of you. And you begin to celebrate as you remember why you are here, what you had intended. And how do you know these things? Because soul has been welcomed home. In your form. And for some who will transition and lose the physical form in this particular lifespan, understand that many, many, many who transition in this way will feel that click inside and celebrate and step out with that restoration, that understanding, that reblending with the truth of who they are. There are many choices for what comes next, and even defining this in terms of time and space is something that we do not prefer to do because it is not translatable. If we translated it into those terms, we would be reducing it in a way that is a disservice to you. We do not speak to your linear thinking mind, your egoic self. That is who you have been lifting up and asking to be the director of your life, because this is how this world works. The ego has a role to play, and it is in service to the human being. It is not something to be destroyed or dismissed. It is something to be placed, replaced into its design, fitting into the original design, to be in service of the heart, to be in service of your passion, to be in service of the artist that you are. Know and trust now that when you do perhaps slip into a fearful reaction, or you feel confused, or you feel overwhelmed, please know that that is to be expected. You are emerging from a very small bandwidth of understanding into quite a bit more. It takes time to adapt to the brightness of this new sun. Be gentle with yourselves and know that we are here with you, First Father, First Mother, and all of the beings who reside in the natural grid. You are crossing this chasm between a false grid and the natural grid, the home grid. And we see you crossing in the distance, and we are calling out to you. Follow this beacon of light and this beacon of love that radiates in each of your hearts. You are phasing back into love, and you are helping everyone around you when you radiate this. Accept your divinity now, for this is how you were designed. Our love to you. Good day.